It was an early morning for the R Life OurLoud Travel team. As we traveled east out of Mountain, Maryland, we were treated to a beautiful sunrise. We generally prefer to drive to cruise ports as it provides us with more flexibility. We both worked the day before, and the girls had school. Plus, this time we were sailing out of Cape Liberty, New Jersey, which is less than a 6-hour drive from home. The girls slept most of the morning, and by 10 a.m. we were arriving at the port. The cruise terminal was sort of tucked away in the town of Bayonne and not easily accessible if you're not familiar with the area. Make sure you have your navigation up to date. We ended up using Waze and had no trouble getting to the port. The previous week's sailing had a delayed arrival back in port, so when we arrived, people were still exiting the ship. It was quite chaotic, but we dropped our bags off at the curbside porters and then we waited for the parking lot to open. We had about a 20-minute wait as they wanted to clear out the lot from the previous cruise before allowing anyone new in.
What day is it?
After parking, check-in was a breeze. It should be noted that at Cape Liberty, they divert all families through the same line, including unvaccinated children that are waiting to be tested prior to boarding. As we are all vaccinated, we were soon pulled from the line and allowed to enter the terminal. From there, it was non-stop until we were on the ship. From the time we arrived at the port to stepping on board was less than an hour. There's always great excitement for us when we officially step on board our new home. I believe this is the official moment when vacation begins. COVID has added a lot of stress to any travel, and all that worry dissipates with one step. We boarded directly into the Royal Promenade on Deck 5. It was before 11 a.m., and as we had been in the car all morning, the girls were hungry. We stopped at Sorrento's for a quick snack of pizza and antipasta. Sorrento's offers a gluten-free pizza that can be customized with a variety of toppings, but as these pizzas are made to order, there is a small wait.
Cruising!
After our snack, we headed out to the boardwalk to explore this beautiful ship. We have sailed on Harmony and Symphony of the Seas recently, and fell in love with the open-air spaces on board both, including the boardwalk. The Oasis underwent a major refurbishment in 2019 as part of the Royal Amplified program. They added the longest dry slide at sea, the Ultimate Abyss, which ends here in the boardwalk after descending 10 stories from the sports deck above. The boardwalk is very reminiscent to the one on Symphony, with the sports bar Playmakers anchoring the area. One difference we did notice was the absence of the Lucky Climber beside Johnny Rockets. While the Oasis did have a beach bus the kids could explore and climb in, it was a different vibe. Both of our girls enjoyed the climber on Harmony and Symphony and were disappointed that it was not on the Oasis. The crowning jewel of the boardwalk area is the Aqua Theater. During our week, the space was used for a variety of gatherings, including the Crown and Anchor top tier event. The one thing you don't want to miss while on board is the show held at the Aqua Theater. For us, it was Aqua 80. Show reservations are available to book as soon as you board and connect to the ship's Wi-Fi. You need to get a reservation on day one, as this show will book up. Johnny Rockets offers complimentary breakfast, but does have a cover charge of $6.95 per person for lunch and dinner. Throughout the week, we never ate at this establishment, but we did visit often for their milkshakes. We had the refreshment package, which includes the milkshakes, but if you don't have it, you can buy them a la carte for $5 each. As a special treat for the girls, we purchased them the soda package when it was on sale on Black Friday. We generally don't drink soda, so this was a special treat for them. Earlier, we picked out their cups from Boleros on the promenade. The cups have a chip in the bottom that will activate the Coca-Cola freestyle machines found on board. They enjoyed picking out and mixing their special drinks throughout the week, but the novelty of the package quickly wore off, and the cups did become a bit of a hassle to carry around. After our time on the boardwalk, we headed up 2 floors to Central Park. This is my favorite place on any Oasis class ship. The area is beautiful at any time of the day and makes you forget you're on a cruise ship. Central Park is home to 3 specialty restaurants, high-end shops, the library, and a great option for grab-and-go snacks, the Park Cafe. We enjoyed a delicious sit-down lunch at Giovanni's table, and then set off to find our room. We were originally booked in a junior suite, but were upgraded to a Crown Loft Suite through the Royal Up program. Our girls didn't know that the room had changed, so they were expecting our normal balcony room. Their reaction says it all.
Mom, we got 2 floors! Dad's up there! We got 2 floors! Mom, this is the bed! We got 2 floors, we have a long suite! What? Here, we have a 2 floors! Where's our room? Mom, then here's your room! Hey, that's no fair! Mom, Mia says I have to sleep in the toilet room.
Well,
You don't lift your butt up! Hey, that looks like Brownie couch.
I think we're in the wrong room.
Really?
Is your dad here?
Yeah. Wait, what's this?
What is it?
Another bathroom.
Oh, another bathroom.
Where's our room? This is my room. See, it's gonna go down there.
Where's Dad? I think we're in the wrong room, guys.
No, Dad's up there.
Is he?
It's an owl. I call it balcony.
Yeah.
We're going on balcony. Oh, wait. Wow. I see Statue of Liberty.
It was our first time sailing out of Cape Liberty, and we didn't really know what to expect. The port is not the prettiest, but it did offer a great view of the Manhattan skyline as well as the Statue of Liberty. Our suite was on the port side, 17th deck, and we had an incredible view if you overlooked the shipping containers in the foreground. After dropping our bags off at the room, we headed back out. On any cruise, there are things you need to do on day one. Of course, you need to get that first drink and visit the buffet, but we also needed to schedule our dinners and shows. We were able to make dining reservations for our unlimited dining package once on board with a member of the specialty dining team. We also made show reservations for the performances we wished to see. The final thing on our list was to register the girls for camp, so we headed out to Adventure Ocean. For our girls, their registration was taking place in the AO Theater. Our oldest daughter is a type 1 diabetic, so registration takes a bit longer as we have to fill out additional information. Mylan has been a diabetic for almost 6 years, and we have cruised many times during those years. We've never encountered an issue dropping her off at camp. The counselors are very kind and knowledgeable. After completing the registration, we started to head back to our room for sail away. The kids' camp is located in the front of the ship, and our room was in the back, so we decided to walk across Central Park. A big part of being on a cruise ship is learning where everything is. This was our third sailing on an Oasis-class ship, so we already had a level of comfort. We easily could have walked across the pool deck, but wanted to avoid the large crowds that were gathering there for the sail-away party. There were much fewer people here, as there is not a view to the outside. Our youngest wanted to stop by Park Cafe for a snack where she found a chocolate bar she wished to try. We stopped for a bit and allowed her to eat while we enjoyed the beautiful greenery around us. We watched sail away from our balcony on deck 17 and can honestly say that we probably had the best view on the entire ship. Our room faced the Statue of Liberty and the Manhattan skyline. One of the highlights of sailing out of Cape Liberty on the Oasis is passing under the Verrazano Narrows Bridge. The clearance between the bridge and the ship is small, and the Oasis had to retract her smokestacks in order to pass under. It was definitely an experience to remember. We got ready for dinner and headed over to the suite lounge for hors d'oeuvres and cocktails. This was not our first time sailing in a sky class room, but we had previously been on deck 8 and the suite lounge was just not convenient. However, all the Crown Loft Suites are located on deck 17 and were just steps away from the lounge. Prior to boarding, we had purchased the unlimited dining package, which allowed us to eat in one of the specialty restaurants for dinner each evening. Tonight we had reservations at Chops Grill, the steakhouse on board. On day 1, camp opened late at 8 p.m., so the girls joined us for dinner this evening. We feasted on colossal shrimp cocktail and delicious steaks while experiencing top-of-the-line service. We always do the dining package on the Oasis class vessels, but never do specialty dining on the other cruise lines. Royal offers a nice variety of restaurants, and we enjoy the individual attention and the ability to pace our meals to our preference. After dinner, the girls went to camp, and we returned to the room to unpack. Tonight, Adventure Ocean opened late at 8 p.m., but will generally open at 7 p.m. It's complimentary until 10, after which there's a charge of $7 per hour. On our way back to camp to pick up the girls, we walked through the Royal Promenade, where Carrie got a specialty coffee from the cafe. This area is always busy, as there are bars, restaurants, stores, a coffee shop, as well as guest services. On this night, there was a band playing in the promenade and lots of people just walking around. Thanks for watching, and please like and subscribe so that you don't miss out on any of our Out Loud travels. We will feature different videos of the week when we were sailing on one of the largest cruise ships in the world that featured endless activities, yet we were in such a spectacular room that we didn't want to leave it. Follow us and see how the week unfolds.